Before you buy a stock, leave the spreadsheet. Call a customer, a supplier, a former employee. Stand outside the loading dock at shift change. Ask dumb questions until smart answers show up. That's Philip Fisher's Edge the Scuttlebutt. Method truth, gathered at the source. Fisher didn't hunt for cheap, he hunted for great. In 1931, while Wall Street worshipped the balance sheet, he opened a small firm on the West Coast and started dialing the real world. He learned that the numbers are the footprints. The business is the animal. Find the animal. What makes a great business? Fisher's answer wasn't mystical. It was human, operational, and durable. A company with a product that gets better the more customers use it. Management that tells you the ugly truths early and the good news late. An R&D engine that ships real improvements, not press releases. A sales machine that educates rather than discounts. Margins that widen as it scales. A market so large that even excellence can run for decades. And leadership that treats shareholders like partners, not an audience, he called. His checklist points, not formulas. Do they have room to grow for years? Can they keep improving products? Is the sales organization strong enough to pull demand forward without bribing it? Do margins expand as volume rises? Are they the low-cost expert in something vital or just loud? Is accounting conservative, not creative? Are they training successors? So greatness isn't a one-person stunt. Will they use cash to compound, not to decorate quarterly reports? Scuttlebutt turns those questions into conversations. Talk to customers. What do they actually love, and what would make them switch? Ask suppliers. Who pays on time, plans honestly, and squeezes least in a downturn? Ask competitors and ex-employees. Which rival do they quietly fear and why? Then listen between the lines. The gold is in the grudges and the grudging respect. Fisher's portfolio wasn't a crowd, it was a conviction. A few extraordinary companies, held through boredom and storms, because their engines, people, process, product kept compounding in the real world. He didn't time moods. He measured momentum, the kind you can see in factories, roadmaps, hiring plans, and customer obsession. Here's how you use it now. Pick one company you think you know. Map its ecosystem in an afternoon. 5 customers, 3 suppliers, 2 former employees, 1 thoughtful competitor. Ask the same simple questions each time. What do they do uniquely well? What's broken? If they disappeared tomorrow, who would you use them? What would you miss? What has improved in the last 2 years that the market hasn't priced? What could derail them that management can't control? Write what you hear, not what you hope. Then connect it to the numbers. Do retention and referrals show up as rising lifetime value and falling customer acquisition cost? Do margins widen with scale? Does R&D become revenue, not museum pieces? Is leadership's story consistent across outsider interviews, or is it theater? If scuttlebutt and statements rhyme, you're close. If they clash, you've learned cheaply. Remember, Fisher's red flags. Promotional management that talks more than it ships. Growth bought with discounts instead of design. Accounting that flatters rather than illuminates. A crowded market where moat is a marketing word, not a measurable advantage. Companies that diversify out of boredom instead of deepening the thing they're already best at. In his green lights, founder-like leadership with integrity. A culture that recruits people who could work anywhere and choose to stay. Customers who act like a fan base, not a hostage population. A roadmap that opens optionality, new products, new geographies, new uses without breaking the core. Greatness isn't invisible. It's just inconvenient to verify. Scuttlebutt is the inconvenience that pays. So here's your move today. Choose one business. Spend 2 hours gathering outside intelligence. Turn it into a one-page memo. What they do, why it wins, what could kill it, and how long the runway really is. If the story survives contact with reality, start a position you intend to know better every quarter. If it doesn't, walk away with gratitude. You just saved capital for a truly uncommon profit. If this gave you a new lens, use it. Audit your holdings. Replace the cheap and crowded with the excellent and inevitable. And subscribe for the next deep dive where we leave the rumor mill. Hit the street and find the few businesses you can hold for a very long time.